Afternoon. So, I've had a couple of days away and I'm going to give a shout out to the Amadan group where Penny Thornton, whose book, Forecasting Techniques, I have bought in the hope that I'm going to be able to incorporate this more. We all came together second time, and it's great to be with like-minded people who are trying to find new ways of going forward, incorporating skills that we have had for millennia but that we don't use. So as I'm not out today, it's Easter Monday. Happy Easter to all that celebrate. So Moon Oracle deck, coffee to the side, my usual crystals, and obviously a good bit of sage. And also today I'm going to be using Tiger's Eye, which obviously looks appropriate with the Eye of, well, it should be the Eye of Horus, that's what I asked for. It's probably the Eye of Ra. So let's see what guidance the cards are going to come out with. I'm tempted to ask and see what it says about what astrology especially can do in terms of helping us to move forward. Okay, there we go. I have started thinking about how we use astrology. Obviously we look at astrology as just, a lot of people will look at astrology as just forecasting how your day is going to be. You know, most people will know their sun sign from what I've been doing. The relevance of your rising sign and your moon sign in your chart can hold as much significance or more significance as to your traits as a character. So if you want to figure out where your rising sign is and your moon sign, get your date of birth, if you've got your time and if you've got your location. What I will say is, if you want to comment under this video and you have that information, I should be able to calculate it on one of the programs that I've got. So anyway, let's just do this for the time being. I'm trying to do it without getting my hands out and without knocking everything in the way. No, yes, no, yes. That was a yes, and that one is a no. There we go. If you don't follow astrology and you're interested in getting into astrology, now I'm going to leave those there. They've stayed there for a reason. Obviously, I'll put a link up to Penny Thornton and also Steve Judd, who is also there. And basically who started the conference and realistically was the one that has generated a lot of my interest in it. Have a watch, see what you think. It would be quite funny if you started putting up Minxie Nick sent you, because well, we have a bit of a jokey time together, so I think it'd be nice if anyone would do that. Okay, let's see. Where are we getting? Okay, so those are coming off, those are coming off, those are coming off. There's another astrology get together next month, being run by Steve. Okay, we've got 2 cards. This one is called Shifts Happen. Again, I will put I'll put the link to Steve's channel anyway. Again, if you're interested in astrology, Alex Trenoweth and Rick Levine are also going to be in attendance, as I said, plug the book again, Penny Thornton. I've put a couple of videos up of Penny and Steve in action. If you are interested, check out my channel and you'll find them. I think I've tried to put them all into one playlist for you. So if it's of interest, obviously, please check it out. Right, so moving on. Coffee, ready to go. I seem to have a multitude of coasters today. Right, let's see. Okay, so I'm going to do it this way because I think I'm going to have to flip this when I put it on. So, intuition, follow your heart, trust, navigate challenges. The interesting thing is that there was a beautiful full moon at Amadan this week that we got to see, and I honestly think that it was a trigger to move things on forward. The other card is overcome, breakthrough, persevere, achieve success. God, can't even open my mouth. It probably is that we're supposed to be accessing new information at the moment. From talking to guys at Amadan, one of the things that has become abundantly clear is how people feel worried, upset even about global events. Now, this is from Steve and Penny. There are going to be points this year that are going to be similar to what's going on now. But hopefully by the end of July, the majority of this aggro is going to be subsiding. We have the opportunity to change what happens going forward. One of those ways is to not react to the fear that people are trying to sow right now. The only reason I'm saying that is, having worked with, one of the things Steve was working with was sacred geometry, and also we got onto the subjects of resonance of the planets. And I can't help it, but today all I've been having is thoughts about how, if we could unlock the resonances of each of the sign, whether if someone had an aspect that was far too strong or overbearing in their chart, whether we could find the resonance of the opposite chart and use that to find the balance within. Now, that's just a hypothetical idea for the time being, and I honestly don't think I've got the brains to actually look at pushing that into reality. But the thing with astrology isn't about, in a lot of ways, it's not about predicting the future. It's about giving us ways to work in harmony with the Earth, with the planets, with the galaxy, to get the best out of our existence. Or, as well, it's to help us understand what our life purposes are for on this planet. Once you start going into astrology, it's very difficult to get back out. But I will say, from my point of view, although my knowledge is lacking and I am still learning, I honestly feel that in the past year, since Ramadan, my life has flipped, and part of that reason is that I've been able to understand the relationships of the planets in my chart, and that has helped me to find a path which resonates more with who I am as a person. And part of that is with my very strong Neptune rising sign. My, what would I say, is my inbuilt nature to try and help others. And this is why I do YouTube. Now, I know majority of you are here for the cats. In some ways, I actually think that the cats have actually become part, because they've been drawn into this. And it's interesting as well, I'm going to say this. Cats' purrs are scientifically known to be at a frequency that can aid healing. Now, you can believe me or not, but I think that's why the cats come to me. Because the idea of my channel is to bring hope, to find the balance. A lot of my card readings tell me exactly the same. We have to rebalance. We have to get back to where we were previously, or before all of this. But we needed a major shake-up, which is why the planets are where they are now, to reset us for the next stage of humanity. So hopefully with this, the cards are telling us, use our intuitions, we can overcome this. So thank you again for all the subscribers. When I actually put myself out there, I had no idea where this was going to go. It is for me an achievement, and I hope to help spread the community that we have started at Ramadan with you guys. And let's see where we can take this, because we have the chance for a better future by overcoming and using our intuition. Thank you for listening. And as I said, if you want to put down, what I'll do is probably best not to put any of your details directly on there. I'll try and find a way of doing it, or we'll have a think. Maybe it's time I start a website so that you can message me on there. Anyway, we'll come up with something, see where it goes. I hope you're all having a nice break, and I'll speak to you during the week. Thanks again for your support.